All right, good afternoon, everybody. Welcome into Jammin' Sports on this Sunday as we continue with NFL action here today. As we continue with Sim Season number 36, we're in week number 5. We'll have 4 games for you today on the docket. That's right, a quadruple header. We'll start things off with our first game here. It'll be the Baltimore Ravens and the Denver Broncos. Both teams are 1-3. Both teams in last place in their respective divisions. The Ravens in the AFC East and the Broncos in the AFC West. Both teams trying to get back in the AFC playoff picture. And then our second game will be the Chicago Bears at the Las Vegas Raiders. And then our third game will be the LA Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks up in the Pacific Northwest. And then our final game will be a big game between the Minnesota Vikings and the San Francisco 49ers. The Vikings come in at 3-1 and the 49ers are 4-0. That should be a good game to wrap things up here today. All right, let's take a look at the standings with all of our panel of experts here. Evil Dead is 42-32. He's 10 games up, over 500. Jax is 21-17. Viking Skywalker is 13-8. And Braden is 19-16. Those are our normal cast of characters that are usually here for these games. If any of the others come in, we'll get you an update when they get here. All right, if you're watching on YouTube, please follow, like, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell as we head out to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, for our first game here today between the Ravens and the Broncos here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome into Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. It's the Ravens and the Broncos. And welcome into another NFL matchup here at Jammin' Sports. Great to have you along on this Sunday, the first of 4 for you here today. As we're going to take a big chunk out of Week 5, get 4 games in. That will leave just 2 games left to do tomorrow to wrap up the week. Baltimore at 1-3, Denver at 1-3. Somebody looking to get back in the playoff picture. The Ravens will get the ball first. We're underway, live from the Mile High City. This will be fielded at the 7-yard line, bringing it back. Number 20, that's Woody Marks, the running back. Brings it out to the 24-yard line. And the starting quarterback for Denver, Key Harris, in his 4th year out of Grambling State. Led the Ravens to a Super Bowl championship 2 seasons ago. The Ravens struggled last season, but they did make the playoffs as a wild card at 8-8. But they lost in the wild card round to the Steelers by 1 point. That was last season. This is this season. They are 1-3, currently in last place in the AFC East. Denver at 1-3, currently in last place in the AFC West. 4 wide, Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. In motion is Wright. Harris on 1st down, looking. Rolls out, in trouble, and he's going to get sacked on the first play of the game. A loss of 10 yards on the sack. Number 53, Deshaun Charles, in his 3rd year out of Oklahoma State. A loss of 10. It's going to bring up 2nd and 20 for Baltimore. Just underway, live from Denver. On a bright sunny day, 64 degrees, not bad. Early October in Denver. Leaves are starting to change color. It's beautiful outside. At the foot of the Rocky Mountains. On 2nd and 20 from the 14-yard line, Harris in the shotgun. Harris drops back, throws, and incomplete. The intended receiver, Lawrence Burns, in his 8th year out of Oregon State. And that'll bring up 3rd and 20. Burns got nailed as he tried to catch the ball. 3rd and 20 back at the 14-yard line. Ravens trying to avoid going 3 and out. Harris looking. Harris throws and caught. Making the catch, Woody Marks, but Marks only gains 9 yards out to the 23-yard line. The second year back out of USC. And that'll bring up 4th and 11. Back to punt, Dave Justice. Gets the punt away. And it'll be fair caught at the 26-yard line by Kendall Battle, the 9th-year safety out of Boise State. Starting quarterback for the Ravens is Braxton Brown. He's the rookie out of Michigan State. So it'll be 1st and 10. Ravens went 3 and out. Evil Dead's got the Ravens in this one, by the way. Just thought I'd point that out. On 1st and 10, Braxton looking, throws, and caught out to the 32, a gain of 6 yards. Perry Lattimore on the catch as Braxton Brown, the quarterback, making the throw. And that'll bring up 2nd and 4. Let's make sure this is working right here. It is. All right. On 2nd and 4 from the 32-yard line, Brown drops back, throws deep downfield. Incomplete. Looking for Xavier Restrepo. Couldn't haul in the pass. And that'll bring up 3rd down. 6:24 left to play. Here in the first quarter, 3rd and 4. Broncos trying to avoid going 3 and out. Brown in the shotgun. On 3rd down, Brown looking, throws, caught underneath. Nope, incomplete. He dropped it. That's Sam Kirkland, the rookie tight end out of Iowa State. Incomplete. Well, the Ravens go 3 and out, and the Broncos go 3 and out on their respective opening drives. It'll be 4th and 4 for Denver. Sam Beasley back to punt in his 6th year out of Missouri. Beasley gets the punt away. It'll be fair caught at the 24-yard line. Making the fair catch for Baltimore will be number 84, Walker Preston, the rookie out of Syracuse. All right, this will be the Ravens' second possession. They'll start their own 24-yard line. No score here in the first quarter. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 5 here at Jammin' Sports. .6:16 left in the first quarter. Harris in the shotgun for the Ravens on 1st and 10. Harris hands off to Woody Marks. And the second year back at a USC out to the 30-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. Marks was their first-round draft pick last season for the Ravens. Under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. No score. It'll be 2nd and 4 from the 30-yard line. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back. Throws across the middle. And making the catch, number 81. That'll be Maurice Taylor out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 10. Maurice Taylor, the wide receiver, in his 7th year out of Oregon State. 1st and 10, Ravens. They get the game's first down. 3 backs in the backfield. Harris in the shotgun amongst them on 1st and 10. And now the fullback in motion. Harris hands off to Marks around the outside. Woody Marks down the sideline. And Marks all the way down to the 35. A gain of 25 yards for Woody Marks in the Denver territory. And that'll be a Raven first down. The first of 4 games for you today. We'll head to Vegas next. It'll be the Bears and the Raiders. And then we'll have the Chargers and Seahawks. And then we'll have the Vikings and the 49ers. 1st and 10 from the 35. Again, 3 backs in the backfield. Harris in the shotgun. the fullback, Stevenson, in motion. They hand off. Nope, play action. Throws and caught down the sideline. This is Jason Siegel, the tight end, all the way down to the 7-yard line. A gain of 25 yards for Jason Siegel, the 13th year tight end out of Tulsa, the former Raider and the former Dolphin. He spent 3 years with Miami, 9 years with the Raiders, and now he's in his first season with the Ravens. First and goal from the 7-yard line for Baltimore. Trying to cash in here with 4:44 left to play in the first quarter. On first and goal from the 7, Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off. Nope, takes it himself. And he gets taken down at the 8-yard line. A loss of a yard, be second and goal. The Ravens won on opening day. They defeated the Eagles, but have lost 3 in a row coming into this one. The Broncos started 0-3 and then finally won their first game against the Browns last week. Both teams 1-3. Second and goal for Baltimore at the Denver 8-yard line. Harris in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side. Harris to Marks. And Marks out to the 5-yard line. A gain of 3 yards. It'll be third and goal. So a big third down coming up for Baltimore right here at the Denver 5-yard line. Four receivers set wide. Harris in the gun. Harris draws back. Harris rolls out in trouble and just throws it away. The pressure was on. He was pressured by Jackie Pierce, the second-year linebacker out of Notre Dame. It'll be fourth and goal from the 5. The Ravens will kick a field goal. This will be a 22-yard attempt by Rob Belton in his 8th year out of Wisconsin. From 22 yards, snap, kick is up, kick is good. And the Ravens lead it 3-0. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week number 5 here at Jammin' Sports. The 1-3 Ravens and the 1-3 Broncos. Baltimore takes a 3-0 lead with 3:32 left here in the first quarter. Dave Justice will kick off for the Ravens, the 10th-year punter out of Air Force. He does the kickoff duties. There's the kick. From about the 6-yard line on the return, Samson DeCarva on the return. Brings it back for Denver out to the 28-yard line. DeCarva in his 6th year out of Missouri. First and 10 for the Broncos at their own 28. 3:27 left here in the first quarter, down 3-0. Braxton Brown, the rookie quarterback out of Michigan State. 4 wide, Brown in the shotgun. Brown hands off to Perry Lattimore, and Lattimore picks up 4 out to the 32-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 6. On the tackle, Benton Hall, the second-year linebacker out of Purdue. Perry Lattimore, the second oldest of the 4 Lattimore brothers currently in the league, all playing running back. In the offset eye, 1st and 10, Brown under center. Brown to Lattimore again, and Perry Lattimore out to the 36, a gain of 4 yards. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2 for Denver at their own 36-yard line. 2:46 and counting. Here in the first quarter, Ravens up 3-0. 4 wide, Brown under center, 3rd and 2. Brown hands off to Lattimore, picks up the first down out to the 41-yard line. A gain of 5. First down, Denver. They keep the drive alive. Beautiful day here in Denver. We'll head to Vegas after this for the Bears and the Raiders. Brown in the shotgun, 4 wide. Brown back. Brown looking. He's in trouble, and he gets sacked back at the 31-yard line. A loss of 10 yards. On the sack, Kevin Riddick in his 10th year out of Dayton, comes in for the sack. And that'll bring up 2nd and 20. Just kind of came around the outside. He shed his block and got the sack. Coming up on 2 minutes left to play. Here in the first quarter, Ravens up 3-0. Evil Dead is now, yes, I have you at 43 and 32. That is correct. And you have the Ravens in this one. 4 wide. Brown back. Brown throws and caught by DeCarva out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 9. That's going to bring up 3rd and 11. Yep, I got you 11 games over 500. On your way to 51. 3rd and 11 from the 40-yard line. 4 wide to the far side. Brown in the shotgun. Brown draws back. Brown sets up a screen pass down the sideline. And pass is caught for a 3-yard gain. Making the catch, Zach Vaughn, the tight end. And that's going to bring up 4th and 8. That will be tough to top. You're going to have to get on a streak of biblical proportions. Back to punt, Sam Beasley on 4th and 8. Been kind of a defensive first quarter so far. Gets the punt away from the 12-yard line on the return. Number 84, Walker Preston, brings it out to the 24-yard line. Baltimore up 3-0. We'll have it 1st and 10 with 45 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. From the Mile High City, Denver, Colorado. Here today. We'll be out west for all 4 games today. 1st and 10 from the 21, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Burns in motion. Harris draws back, rolls out. He's going to throw it deep. And underthrown, looking for number 81, Maurice Taylor. And the ball was broken up by Kendall Battle, the safety. Incomplete. Ravens try to go deep. And that'll bring up 2nd and 10 from the 21. 4 wide for Baltimore. Harris in the shotgun. 2nd and 10. Taylor in motion. Play action. Harris dumps it off to Marks. And Woody Marks gets back to the line of scrimmage. No gain. And that'll bring up 3rd and 10. I think he dropped it. I don't think he caught it. It's incomplete. 3rd and 10 because the clock's down. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. 3rd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Harris draws back. Harris looking. Throws near side and threw it away. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 4th down. Couldn't find a receiver. It'll be 4th and 10 for the Ravens at their own 21 with 29 seconds left. And the Ravens will punt. Dave Justice back to punt. Justice gets the punt away. And fair caught at the 48-yard line by Kendall Battle. 24 seconds left. Ravens up 3-0. And Denver now, great field position at their own 48-yard line to start this drive. The rookie quarterback, Braxton Brown, the rookie out of Michigan State. 4 wide, Brown in the shotgun on 1st and 10. Brown hands off to Lattimore, gets outside, and Perry Lattimore 3 yards out to the 49-yard line. That'll bring up 2nd and 7. And that might do it for the first quarter here as the clock is winding down. And that is the end of the first quarter. Ravens up 3-0 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We start the second quarter. 2nd and 7 for the Broncos at the Raven 49. Ravens up 3-0. Brown under center. Brown hands off to Lattimore, and Lattimore makes his way down to the 44-yard line. A gain of 5. That's going to bring up 3rd and 2. Perry Lattimore in his 7th year out of Appalachian State. Like I said before, the second oldest of 4 Lattimore brothers in the league right now. 3rd and 2 from the 44-yard line in the I formation. Brown under center. Brown draws back, throws, dumps it off, and caught by Zach Vaughn, the tight end, down to the 32-yard line. A gain of 12. First down, Broncos. Vaughn, the second-year tight end out of Oregon State. Across the middle for the first down for the Broncos. The Ravens have lost 3 in a row coming into this one, and the Broncos ended a 3-game losing streak, beating the Browns last week. 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line. Brown back. Brown throws. Caught. And making the catch, turning upfield, Samson DeCarva down to the 17-yard line. A gain of 15 and a Denver first down. Aaron Westbrook on the tackle for Baltimore. DeCarva in his 6th year out of Missouri. 1st and 10. Broncos in the I. Brown under center. Brown, play action, rolls out, throws, dumps it off, making the catch, number 87. I'm looking for an 87. I'm not sure if that is. That's number 27. That's Carter Shaw, the rookie running back out of Notre Dame, who makes the catch. Down to the 13-yard line. A gain of 4, be 2nd and 6. 4 wide, Brown under center. Brown hands off to Perry. Lattimore down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 11 for Lattimore. 1st and goal, Denver at the 2-yard line. I like the Denver D helmets, the old school helmets. They look good with these new uniforms too. It matches better. 1st and goal from the 2-yard line. Brown to the shotgun. 4 wide, Brown looking. Brown throws back to the end zone, incomplete. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2-yard line. Stops the clock with 5:45 left. Here in the first half, Ravens up 3-0. Only a field goal so far. But the Broncos knocking at the door. 2nd and goal from the 2. Brown under center. Brown to Lattimore, tries to get outside, and the Ravens are there. No gain. It'll be 3rd and goal. Coming up to make the tackle, number 27, Kerry Starnes, the safety in his 11th year out of LSU, the former Giant and Lion, now Bronco. 3rd and goal from the 2-yard line. Everybody in tight this time. Brown under center. Brown looking. Brown rolls out. Brown's going to take it himself. Touchdown, Denver. Heads up play by Braxton Brown. Saw nobody open, but the right side was clear. He took it in for the touchdown. Nobody open? Well, nobody there. And the receiver did a good job clearing out the area there by bringing his defender across the middle. Thank you, Evil Dead. I will. Don't make me ban you. Braden Oliver, the rookie out of Utah, will come on for the extra point. That does get irritating after a while. Oliver for the PAT. The kick is up. And it's good. Broncos lead it 7-3. 5:16 left to play here in the first half. It gets irritating because I'm not looking for praise. I'm really not. I mean, it's a labor of love. It always has been. And it's about the game. I try not to make it about me. And now the kickoff by Oliver from the 3-yard line. On the return for the Ravens, Walker Preston. And he gets out to the 26-yard line. Well, don't look a gift horse in the mouth. 5:11 left in the half. First and 10. Baltimore at their own 26-yard line. Broncos up 7-3. Let's see what Key Harris can do, the fourth-year quarterback out of Grambling State. 3 wide to the far side. Harris in the shotgun. First and 10. Harris throws down the field quickly and caught on the run. Lawrence Burns out to the 48-yard line. Perfect pass. 22 yards. Nice lead. First down Ravens out to their own 48-yard line. As soon as he got the snap, he throws it downfield. That's a timing play, and it worked to perfection. Coming up on 5 minutes left here in the half. First and 10 Ravens at their own 48. Bears and Raiders up next. We'll be in Vegas for that one. 5 wide. Yeah, that's true. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking, throws near side. Caught by Woody Marks, turns upfield. And he gets a yard out to the 49-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. It'll be 2nd and 9. And that'll stop the clock with 4:39 left here in the half. Those new young Bronco uniforms, they look good with the Denver D helmets. 2nd and 9. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking, throws near side, and he hits Siegel in the back. Jason Siegel wasn't looking for the football, and that'll bring up 3rd and 9. 4:23 left. Those new Bronco uniforms are closer to their 70s and 80s uniforms. 4 wide to the far side. Harris on 3rd and 9. Scrambling. He's going to take off. And Harris picks up the first down. Out to the 40-yard line. A gain of 11. Down to the Bronco 40. First down Baltimore. Finally coming up to make the tackle is Palmer. That's Cameron Palmer, the 8th-year defensive back out of Oklahoma State. 4 minutes left in the half. 4 wide, 1st and 10 from the 40-yard line. Harris in the gun. Harris to Marks. And Marks fumbles, and Harris is there. Fortunately for the Ravens to pick up the loose football. That ball popped out of there and shot back at Harris. And Harris was heads up to make the recovery. That could have been disastrous for the Ravens. As it is, it's going to be a 4-yard loss. It'll be 2nd and 14 back at the 44-yard line. 4 wide, Harris in the shotgun. Harris draws back, throws downfield, and overthrows his target on the sideline. Looking for DeMarcus Dixon in his 6th year out of Air Force. He does. He's got good speed and everything, but he's more of a pocket passer. He's effective, though, when he runs. On 3rd and 14, Harris in the gun. Harris drops back. Harris is going to take off. He listens to Evil Dead, but he only gets a yard. It'll be 4th and 13. If you're going to run, commit to it. It'll be 4th down. And Baltimore will punt. Back to punt, Dave Justice. Gets the punt away. And that's going to be into the end zone. Touchback. It'll be first down Denver at their own 20-yard line. 2:53 left here in the first half. Live from Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. Week 5 here at Jammin' Sports. We still have 3 more games today. We have Bears, Raiders, Chargers, Seahawks, and Vikings, 49ers all to come. 4 wide, 1st and 10 for the 20-yard line. Brown under center. Brown throws outside, and that's caught by DeCarva out to the 23-yard line. A gain of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7. Well, who do these two teams play next week? In week 6? Let's find out. Let's see here. Looking, Baltimore will host Cleveland next week, and Denver's at Green Bay. On 2nd and 7, Brown back, throws, and caught between 3 Ravens. Samson DeCarva out to the 42-yard line, a gain of 19 yards. He was surrounded by 3 Ravens and still caught that ball. Almost 4 Ravens. Wow. We'll call it 3.5 Ravens. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Perfect pass by Brown. 4 wide. Let's see if they get the playoff in time. 1st and 10 from their own 42. Brown draws back. Brown throws outside. Caught down the sideline by Sam Kirkland, the tight end, out to the 44-yard line. Gain of 14. 2-minute warning here at Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado, Week 5 here at Jammin' Sports. Comes with 1:58 left. And the Broncos have it 1st and 10 at the Raven 44-yard line. 4 wide, 3 to the far side, near side, Brown in the gun. Brown looking. Brown throws. Caught by, that's Colt Cruz. His first catch in his 11th year out of Texas. Good for 5 yards. Be 2nd and 5 at the 39. Excuse me. 4 wide on 2nd and 5. Brown in the shotgun. Brown back. Brown throws down the middle and threw it a bit too far for his intended receiver, looking for Colt Cruz. It'll be 3rd and 5 from the 39-yard line. .126 left in the half. Broncos trying to make it a 2-score game. Brown in the shotgun, 4 wide. Brown looking, throws a screen pass to Lattimore, and Lattimore, nothing, no gain. The Ravens were right there to make the tackle. Number 58, Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker, in his 4th year out of Florida. It'll be 4th and 5. This would be a 56-yard field goal. They're going to try it. We're at altitude. Braden Oliver, the rookie out of Utah, from 56 yards. And that is factored in Madden, by the way. Kick is up. And the kick, no good. It was long enough, but he missed it wide left. Had that been on target, that would have been good from about 62. No good. It remains a 7-3 ball game in favor of the Broncos. And now the Ravens with a chance to take the lead before halftime. They still have 40 seconds. All 3 timeouts. And they have great field position at their own 46-yard line. Let's see if Key Harris runs more. Ravens come out. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10. In motion, Taylor. Harris looking, throws to Taylor in the flat, turns upfield, and Maurice Taylor picks up 3, and then he's out of bounds. Well, no, he tackled inbounds. The Ravens take a timeout with 36 seconds left in the half. It'll be 2nd and 7 at their own 49. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead on this Sunday. Great to have you along. The first of 4. I did a football game earlier. Washington beat Syracuse. Huskies are 4-0 now. On 2nd and 7, Harris looking. Harris rolls out, throws downfield, and caught at the 39-yard line. Hauled in by Maurice Taylor. A gain of, it's a gain of 12 as they cross midfield. They take another timeout with 30 seconds left. 1st and 10 Baltimore at the Denver 39. Let's see if they can get closer and kick a field goal. Well, they still have a timeout. They can score a touchdown. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. 1st and 10. Harris back. Harris throws and is caught by Jason Siegel down to the 23-yard line. That's a gain of 16. And he gets out of bounds. They don't have to take a timeout. 1st down Ravens at the Bronco 23. They're in field goal range. 24 seconds left. Now they're close enough to take a shot at the end zone. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. 1st and 10. Harris back. Throws. And caught by Burns. Lawrence Burns down to the 16. They got to hurry up. Holding on to that timeout. Down to 11 seconds. They're going to run out of time here. And, boy, they wasted a lot of time. Why did they take a timeout when there's 16 seconds left? They take their final timeout with 4 seconds left. You could have took a shot at the end zone. Ravens will come on. This will be a 33-yard field goal attempt by Rob Belton in his 8th year out of Wisconsin. Yeah, but this one's better than the other newer ones. This one's better than 26. The kick is up and good. Denver's lead is now 7-6. I mean, I know what you're saying, Evil Dead, but you have to admit 25 is better than 20 through 24 and 26. 1 second left. It would have, but I think that ship has sailed. I have to jump through hoops every time just to get the load and play. And now Dave Justice will kick off. He'll probably kick it through the end zone. I would, with the new kickoff rules. I mean, I may not like the new kickoff rules, but if I was the coach, that's what I'd do. Take advantage of the rule. It's a lot harder to score from the 30-yard line than to return a kickoff. Yeah, I tried several times. All right, last play. Broncos are going to try a Hail Mary here to end the half from their own 30-yard line. Brown back. Brown looking. Throws deep down the sideline. Hail Mary time. Incomplete. We go to halftime. Halftime score, Denver 7, Baltimore 6 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We go to the third quarter. Both teams are 1-3. The Broncos lead the Ravens 7-6. The first of 4 games for you here on this Sunday. We'll be with you all late afternoon and evening. There's the kickoff from the 6-yard line on the return for the Broncos, trying to pick up the number there. That was Marcus Branch in his 5th year out of Troy. Out to the 34-yard line. First down, Denver. Up by 1. Evil Dead has taken the Ravens in this one. We have the Bears and the Raiders after this, followed by the Chargers and Seahawks, followed by the Vikings and 49ers. And that Viking-49er game should be good. The Vikings are 3-1. The 49ers are 4-0. On 1st and 10, Brown back. Brown throws outside. And that's caught by Sam Kirkland, the tight end, out to the 47-yard line, a gain of 13. Kirkland got shaken up on the play. He'll go to the sideline. First down, Denver at their own 47-yard line. It was a defensive first half. Low-scoring first half. I'm willing to try Madden 26 again, but I'm going to wait for the updates to come down and see what they update. I hope they update that hurry-up offense thing. I mean, I even wrote to the company and addressed that. 1st and 10, I got no response, though. Emailed them. DeCarva, a yard out to the 48-yard line. He's 2nd and 9. I mean, I could deal with everything else if they just put that back in there. Misty's here. How you doing, Misty? She's with our neighbor Leslie at the moment. On 2nd and 9 from the 48-yard line. Brown looking. Brown throws. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd and 9. Guru. Evil Dead says. Misty, your purple team is losing. And your other purple team plays later on, the Vikings. 3rd and 9 from the 48-yard line. Brown in the shotgun. Brown fakes the handoff. Got hit as he threw. Incomplete. Affecting the pass there, number 54, Benton Hall, the second-year linebacker out of Purdue, put the pressure on. The Broncos go 3 and out on the opening drive. Actually, no, they did get 1 first down. I'm sorry. Beasley back to punt on 4th and 9. Beasley gets the punt away. And he shanked that one. Let's see, how many yards is that? 21-yard punt to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Ravens will take over, 1st and 10. 7:13 left to play here in the third quarter. Broncos up 7-6. We've had a lot of high-scoring games lately, and now we have a 7-6 slugfest here. Gracie's watching K-pop in the other room, as you might expect. 1st and 10, you know how she is with her K-pop. Harris hands off to Marks around the outside, and Woody Marks a yard to the 32-yard line to bring up 2nd and 9. Just a 1-point lead by the Broncos. 6:55 left to play in the third quarter. 3 receivers to the near side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking, throws down the middle, caught by DeMarcus Dixon to the 38. A gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 9. Cameron Palmer on the tackle. She's cleaning the car keys and dish soap. She's washing the remote. 3rd and 3 from the 38-yard line, 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Harris fakes the handoff, tries to take it himself, but the Broncos are right there. Thomas on the tackle. James Thomas, the 8th-year linebacker out of Clemson. A gain of just 2, be 4th and 1 for Baltimore. Let's see if they go for it. They're close to midfield. They might go for it. With 6 minutes left in the third, though, I'd punt. You don't want to give the Broncos great field position. Dave Justice back to punt on 4th and 1. Gets the punt away. And that'll be fair caught, no fielded at the 15. Bringing it back for Denver is number 85, Marcus Branch, out to the 25-yard line. 5:47 left here in the third. Broncos up by 1. They had the ball at their own 28, 1st and 10. Yeah. 1st and 10 from the 28 in the I formation. Brown fakes the handoff, throws outside, caught on the sideline by Perry Lattimore, out to the 32, a gain of 4. Vince Ellington came up, made the tackle for Baltimore in his 7th year out of Indiana. Gracie's here. Don't forget to take your medicine soon, Gracie. See, I remembered. Can you give me some more milk? Some milk. In the I formation, yep, Brown hands off to Lattimore around the outside. And Lattimore, not much. Oh, she gave a thumbs up. You gotta say you're saying. There you go. You gotta make it official. You have to do that first, then he says, Gracie. 5-yard penalty. 2nd and 15 back at the 23-yard line. 4 wide. Brown in the gun. Brown back. Brown gets sacked. Kevin Riddick, a loss of 7 back to the 16-yard line. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 22 for the Broncos. This has been a defensive game, to be sure. 5 minutes left in the third. Broncos up 7-6. And now a big 3rd and 22 for Denver. What do you call on 3rd and 22? 3 wide to the far side. Brown in the shotgun. Brown back. It's a blitz again, but they get it off to Lattimore down the sideline. But Lattimore only picks up 7 out to the 23-yard line. It'll be 4th and 15 as the linebacker Benton Hall made the tackle. The Ravens should get pretty good field position out of this. Broncos will punt. Thank you, Gracie. Appreciate that. Beasley back to punt. Beasley gets the punt away. From the 32-yard line, they'll mark it at the 33 on the fair catch by Walker Preston. 1st and 10 Denver at their own, or 1st and 10 Baltimore at their own 33-yard line. Still a 1-point game. Broncos up 7-6. Actually, it's good to see a low-scoring game every now and then. It just further proves to me that this game is not scripted. 4 wide. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line. Harris in the gun. Taylor in motion. They hand off to Woody Marks, and Marks gets hit for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Tell you what, the Bronco defense, they played pretty well. They handled Cleveland pretty well last week. They shut them out, and they've held Baltimore to just 6 points. 4 wide. Harris under center, 2nd and 10. Harris hands off to Marks. And Marks out to the 39-yard line, a gain of 6. It'll be 3rd and 4. On the tackle that time, Jeff Benjamin, the safety in his 6th year out of Ohio State. Denver's defense is coming along a lot quicker than their offense. We know Denver's offense has not scored many points. 4 wide, 3rd and 14. Harris in the gun. Right in motion. Harris draws back. Harris throws, and wide open down the sideline is Jason Sigel down to the 30-yard line. 31 yards to Jason Sigel down to the Denver 30-yard line. The longtime veteran tight end in his 13th year out of Tulsa, formerly with the Dolphins and Raiders, now with the Ravens. Can't believe the Raiders let him go. Probably a salary cap thing. Under 3 minutes left to play in the third quarter. Ravens on the move, down by 1. 1st and 10 from the Bronco 30. Burns in motion. Harris draws back, throws, and incomplete. Looking for Burns down the middle. Surrounded by 3 Broncos. Incomplete. It'll be 2nd and 10. Jimmy Jam with Evil Dead and Misty here. 2nd and 10 from the 30-yard line. Harris in the gun. Harris fakes the handoff. Harris throws near side and throws it away. Incomplete. And that'll bring up 3rd down. A field goal gives Baltimore the lead now. My sinus is draining again. 3rd and 10 from the 30, 3 to the near side. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking. Harris rolls out. Harris is going to take off. He was talking with his offensive coordinator, Evil Dead, down to the 12-yard line. A gain of 18. 1st down, Baltimore. Gets the 1st down with his feet. As we're coming up on 2 minutes left to play here in the third quarter. 1st and 10 Ravens at the Denver 12. Harris in the shotgun. In motion is Taylor. Harris drops back, throws out to Taylor in the flat, and he gets tackled out of bounds by Jackie Pierce for no gain. It'll be 2nd and 10. Linebacker Pierce was right there. That'll stop the clock with 2:01 left here in the third. Yeah, that's right. 2nd and 10 from the 12-yard line. Burns in motion. He takes it himself. He must have Evil Dead in his ear on the radio in the helmet. Down to the 4-yard line, a gain of 8. It'll be 3rd and 2. Evil Dead in his ear saying, "Run, run, run, Forrest." 3rd and 2 from the 4-yard line. Ravens can pick up a 1st down before the touchdown there. Harris in the gun. Harris back. Harris looking, rolls out. Harris is going to take off again. Touchdown, Baltimore. Well, your coaching paid off. A 4-yard touchdown run by Key Harris. And the Ravens go up 12-7. Braden Mann in the house. Good to see you, Braden Mann. We have 3 more games coming up, so you have plenty of opportunities to get a pick in, Braden. Good to see you, man. Ravens up 12-7. I hope you're doing well. We don't see you much during the week. I know you have school and all. But good to see you here today. And the Ravens are going to go for 2. Harris in the shotgun, 2-point try. Harris looking. Harris still looking. And he's going to take off. And does he get in? No, they have him down. Well, he got a bad spot if he's not in. They called him short of the line. I don't know about that. I'd review that. Let's watch the replay. Where's his knees down? Oh, he's in. He's in. I'd review that. Terrible call. Terrible call. That must be Fernandez out there officiating. Ravens go up 12-7 with 1:33 left to play. A 5-point Raven lead here in the third quarter. There's the kickoff by Dave Justice. From the 6-yard line on the return, this will be Marcus Branch out to the 25-yard line. And that's where Denver will have it. 1st and 10 with 1:30 left here in the third quarter. Terrible call on the 2-point try. He was in. What was that bad baseball ump? Fernandez or Hernandez? That's who I was trying to imply. I may have gotten the name wrong. The guy that was really, really bad. 1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. Brown in the shotgun. Angel Hernandez, thank you. Brown looking. Brown throws outside and caught by Perry Lattimore out of the backfield. Lattimore picks up 7, be 2nd and 3. That's why Evil Dead's the best in the business. My director of information and pronunciation. Coming up on a minute left in the third quarter. 4 wide. Brown in the shotgun. 2nd and 3. Brown back. Brown looking. Throws outside. Caught by Lattimore. And Lattimore out to the 41. A gain of 9. And that'll be a Denver first down. 50 seconds left. We're in the third quarter. Ravens up by 5. Evil Dead took the Ravens in this one. 4 wide. Brown to the shotgun. 1st and 10. Brown back. It's a blitz. But he manages to get it out to Lattimore. Heads up play by Brown. Waited till the last second. Got it out to Lattimore. And that's a gain of 10. And that'll be a Denver first down. That's what I heard. I heard he was a terrible person too. 15 seconds left. Coming up on the end of the third quarter here. 4 wide. 1st and 10 from the Raven 49-yard line. Brown hands off to Lattimore. And Lattimore to the 45, a gain of 4. At the end of 3, Ravens lead at 12-7 here at Jammin' Sports. Welcome back to Mile High Stadium, Denver, Colorado. We go to the fourth quarter. 2nd and 7 from the 45-yard line. 4 wide. Brown in the shotgun. Brown back. Brown throws near side. Caught. That's Zach Vaughn, the tight end, down to the 28-yard line. A gain of 17 yards and a Denver first down. Broncos driving down the field, trying to retake the lead. Ravens lead at 12-7 here in the fourth quarter. See, that's why DEI is so wrong. I don't care if you're Spanish, Hungarian, Russian, Chinese, as long as you can do the job. I want the best. I don't care what race they are. I just want the best. 4 wide, 1st and 10 from the 28-yard line. Brown under center. Brown looking. throws near side, and that's caught. Making the catch, number 80, that's Ben Thompson, the rookie tight end out of Jackson State. A gain of 9 down to the 18-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 1 for the Broncos. I like what some people call DEI, what it stands for. Didn't earn it. 4 wide. It's about right. Brown with the shotgun, 2nd and 1. Brown back. Brown throws. Caught. Oh! Zach Vaughn dropped it like a hot potato. Incomplete. That'll bring up 3rd and 1 from the 18. .7:16 left. We're in the 4th quarter. Ravens up 12-7. Brown in the shotgun. 4 receivers wide. Brown drops back. Throws down the middle. And caught by Colt Cruz down to the 10-yard line. A gain of 8. It'll be 1st and goal from the 10-yard line. Under 7 minutes left to play here in the 4th quarter. 5 wide, empty backfield. Brown in the shotgun. Brown looking. Brown throws across the middle to Zach Vaughn down to the 4-yard line. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and goal. Braxton Brown, he looked good last week against the Browns. He's looking good against the Ravens here. 2nd and goal from the 4-yard line. The Broncos play at Green Bay next week. 4 wide, or 5 wide, empty backfield. Brown in the shotgun. Brown drops back, throws, and incomplete. Zach Vaughn just inside the goal line, couldn't catch it. Incomplete. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4-yard line. And the Ravens will host the Browns next week. Four wide, single back. Brown in the shotgun. 3rd and goal. Brown looking, throws quickly, and incomplete. Threw that one a bit too high. It's 4th and goal from the 4. Do the Broncos go for it? I bet you they do. Here we go. They're going for it. I like the call. 4 wide, single back. Brown in the shotgun. 4th and goal. Brown looking. Brown in trouble. He's going to run for it, and he gets taken down at the 3-yard line. The Ravens with a goal line stand. It'll be a turnover on downs, and the Ravens continue to lead it 12-7. I like the call, not the execution. And you have to give the Ravens defense a lot of credit there. Nice goal line stand by Baltimore. Evil Dead must like that. He took the Ravens. Baltimore up by 5 with 6:11 left. The Ravens will start at their own 3-yard line. Ravens have a good defense now. They always have. Harris in the shotgun, 1st and 10 from the 3. From his end zone. Takes the snap. Looking, throws down the middle, and caught. Making the catch. That's Maurice Taylor all the way out to the 24-yard line. A gain of 21. 1st down, Baltimore. Taylor in his 7th year out of Oregon State. 5:52 and counting here in the 4th quarter. We have the Bears and the Raiders up next. We'll be in Vegas for that one. 1st and 10 from the 24. Harris in the gun. Harris looking, throws quickly, caught by Siegel, Jason Siegel, out to the 30. A gain of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4. 5.5 minutes left. Baltimore eating up the clock here. They'd love to have a long drive here. 4 wide. Harris in the gun. 2nd and 4. Harris throws near side, and that's caught by DeMarcus Dixon out to the 34-yard line. A gain of 4. 1st down, Ravens. To keep the drive alive as we're ticking down to 5 minutes left. First and 10 from the 34-yard line. 4 wide. Harris in the shotgun. Taylor in motion. Harris fakes the handoff. throws downfield, caught by Dixon again, out to the 47, a gain of 15. DeMarcus Dixon. Another Raven first down, and more time being burned off the clock. Ravens up 12-7. Broncos desperately need a stop here. On 1st and 10 from their own 47-yard line. Harris hands off to Woody Marks, and Marks is hit in the backfield. On the tackle there, Steve Strong, the fifth-year defensive tackle out of Baylor. A loss of 3. It'll be 2nd and 13 back at the 44. 4 minutes left. 2nd and 13. Harris in the shotgun. Harris hands off to Marks, and Marks picks up 2 out to the 45. James Thomas, the linebacker, on the tackle. It'll be 3rd and 11 for Baltimore. Big third down right here. 5 wide, empty backfield. Harris in the shotgun. Harris looking, rolls out, throws, dumps it off to Siegel out to the 50-yard line. Just a gain of 4 yards. It'll be 4th and 7. Clock is moving. 3:10 and counting. The Broncos are going to have another shot. Down by 5. Dave Justice back to punt. Might be able to pin him deep. Justice aiming for the sideline, and it's out of bounds at the 33. Just a 17-yard punt. Boy, he shanked that one. 1st and 10. Denver now from their own 33 with 2:45 left. They need a touchdown. They're down by 5. So Denver essentially now in 4-down territory. Pretty much. Broncos come out 4 wide. Braxton Brown, the quarterback, in the shotgun. 1st and 10. Brown back. Throws outside to Lattimore. Turns upfield. And Lattimore's going nowhere. He's going to lose a yard. Avery Kane, the defensive end, made the tackle. The second-year defensive end out of Rutgers for a loss of a yard. 2nd and 11. Nice play by Kane. 2:40 left. They tackled him out of bounds. Stopped the clock. Brown back. Brown throws to Lattimore. Turns upfield. And Lattimore out to the 36. A gain of 4 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7. As Darius Smith came over, made the tackle in his 6th year out of Wisconsin. 3rd and 7. You'll go Raiders next game? All right. 3rd and 7 from the 36-yard line. Brown in the gun. Now they shift. Brown's going to be under center now. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning. Brown back. Brown throws and caught on the run for the first down. Zach Vaughn down to the 49-yard line as we hit the 2-minute warning. Here in Denver, Colorado, Mile High Stadium, here at Jammin' Sports. That was a gain of 15 yards on 1st and 10. Brown looking, throws, and it's knocked down by Aaron Westbrook, the linebacker, incomplete. They were looking for Zach Vaughn, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Broncos at the Raven 49-yard line. Broncos down by 5 with 1:57 left. Denver has all 3 of their timeouts. 4 wide, Brown in the shotgun, 2nd and 10. Now they shift. Still going to be 4 wide. Brown back. And gets sacked from the outside. Coming in, number 51. That's Taylor Clements, the 3rd-year linebacker out of Stanford. A loss of 9. That's going to bring up 3rd and 19 back at the 43-yard line. That's going to bring up 3rd and 19 for Denver. Well, they have 2 downs to get the first down here. They don't have to get it all in first down. 3rd and 4 down territory. 1:33 left. 4 wide. Brown shifts into the shotgun. 4 receivers set wide. Brown back. Brown looking. And Brown's going to take off. And Braxton Brown out to the 47-yard line. That'll be a gain of 11. It'll be 4th and 8. letting the clock run here. They still have 3 timeouts. Down to 1:05. It'll be 4th and 8. They got to convert here. 4 wide, 1 minute left. Brown in the shotgun. Brown back. Brown throws, and it's incomplete. Broken up by Cole Nelson, the 8th-year safety out of Miami. That'll be a turnover on downs. The Ravens defense comes up big again with a sack and then a nice play in the secondary. And now the Ravens will take over with 53 seconds left. It's going to force the Broncos into taking their timeouts. They still have all 3. Pretty much, if the Ravens get a first down here, it's over. They'll have it at their own 47-yard line. Looks like Evil Dead's going to get this one right. A low-scoring game. Harris in the gun. Harris hands off to Woody Marks, and Marks picks up the first down. That's huge. A gain of 12 down to the 42-yard line. Denver takes a timeout. They have 2 left. And that should pretty much wrap it up right there, because we're going to be under 40 seconds when they run out of timeouts. The Ravens are going to be 2 and 3, and the Broncos are going to drop to 1 and 4. They hand off to Marks up the middle, and Marks down to the 33, a gain of 8. Denver takes their second timeout. They have 1 left. It gets the Ravens back in here. That's Misty texting me. She should know better. On 2nd and 2 from the 33-yard line. And Marks, still on his feet, picks up the first down to the 29-yard line. She knows I have my phone hooked up to the speaker here. And that'll be a Raven first down. One more snap, and this one's in the books. Broncos out of timeouts. We'll head to Vegas. They take a knee, and that'll do it. Ravens are going to win it in a tight contest, 12-7. Over the Broncos. They don't have to snap it again if they don't want to. We'll head out to the desert as the final seconds will tick away in this one. Your final score, Baltimore 12, Denver 7. Thanks for watching here at Jammin' Sports. Bears Raiders up next. We'll see you then.